Welcome back to Simply Sports Science, the home of clear, simple and powerful explanations for everything you need to be successful in IB Sports Science. Every movement we make, from the explosive push of a sprinter leaving the blocks to the steady balance of a gymnast on the beam, depends on one thing: the way our muscles contract. Our bodies use different types of muscular contraction to produce movement and maintain its stability, and each type serves a specific purpose in sport and daily life. Understanding how and why these contractions occur allow us not to just see the body as a collection of muscles, but as some perfectly coordinated system that controls force and motion. To start with, it helps to think about the structure of our muscular system. Broadly, there are three types of muscle tissue in the body: skeletal, cardiac, and smooth. Skeletal muscle is what we usually think of when we talk about exercise or sport. It's the voluntary muscle attached to bones by tendons, responsible for posture, locomotion, and all forms of controlled movement. Cardiac muscle, found only in the heart, is involuntary and rhythmically contracts to pump blood throughout the body. And smooth muscle is also involuntary, lining our organs and blood vessels, and plays a vital role in regulating internal processes such as digestion or blood flow. In sport and movement, skeletal muscle is our primary focus. These muscles work by contracting, shortening, or generating tension to create force. But not all skeletal muscles are the same. They contain a mix of different muscle fiber types, each adapted for specific kinds of activity. There are two main categories of muscle fibers: slow twitch and fast twitch. Slow twitch fibers, also known as type 1 fibers, contract more slowly but can sustain activity for longer periods. They are highly resistant to fatigue and have a rich blood supply, many mitochondria, and a high concentration of myoglobin. This makes them ideal for endurance activities such as distance running, cycling, or swimming, where sustained aerobic effort is really key. Fast twitch fibers, on the other hand, are divided into two subtypes: type 2A and type 2X. Type 2A fibers are often called intermediate or fast oxidative glycolytic fibers. They can produce high force but also have moderate endurance. They're suited for sports that require both speed and stamina, like 400-meter running or football. Type 2X fibers, also known as fast glycolytic fibers, are built for short explosive power. They contract quickly and with great force, but fatigue rapidly. These fibers are dominant in sprinters, weightlifters, and athletes who rely on quick, intense bursts of effort. The proportion of fiber types in an individual muscle is largely genetic, but training can influence their performance characteristics. Endurance training enhances the oxidative capacity of slow twitch fibers, whilst resistance or power training increases the strength and size of fast twitch ones. So now let's look at how muscles actually contract to produce movement. There are three main types of muscular contraction: concentric, eccentric, and isometric. Each type contributes differently to movement and stability. A concentric contraction occurs when a muscle shortens as it generates force. This is the most familiar type of contraction. Think about lifting a dumbbell in a bicep curl. The biceps brachii shorten to raise the weight upwards. In sport, concentric contractions are responsible for propelling the body forward, such as when jumping, sprinting, or pushing off in swimming. An eccentric contraction happens when a muscle lengthens under tension. It's the braking or controlling phase of a movement. When you lower that same dumbbell, your biceps are still active, but now they're resisting gravity as the muscle elongates. In running, eccentric contractions occur in the quadriceps as they control the descent of the leg during landing. Eccentric control is vital for absorbing force and preventing injury, particularly in sports with rapid deceleration or changes of direction. The third type is isometric contraction, where the muscle generates force but without changing length. This is common in situations requiring stability or posture control. For example, holding a plank position involves isometric contractions of the core muscles. You find isometric contractions in events like gymnastics, where gymnasts need to hold a static pose, or in rugby when players in a scrum are pushing against each other, requiring stability against external forces. What's fascinating is how these different types of contractions work together in most sporting actions. Take a vertical jump, for example. As the athlete lowers before takeoff, the quadriceps perform an eccentric contraction to control the descent. Then, during the upwards phase, the same muscles switch to provide a powerful concentric contraction to propel the body into the air. And finally, upon landing, another eccentric contraction helps absorb the impact. This cycle, known as the stretch shortening cycle, demonstrates how the body combines contraction types for efficiency and to generate power. Muscle contractions are also closely linked to the concept of agonists and antagonist muscles that work in pairs to produce smooth and controlled movement. When one muscle contracts concentrically, its opposing muscle must relax or contract eccentrically. During a bicep curl, for instance, the bicep acts as the agonist during the lifting phase, while the tricep serves as the antagonist, lengthening under control. This coordination ensures balanced movement and joint protection. In practical sports science, understanding muscle fiber type composition and contraction types has significant implications. It helps coaches and athletes design training programs that match the physiological demands of their sport. Sprinters focus on developing fast twitch fibers through explosive, high-intensity training, whilst endurance athletes emphasize aerobic conditioning to enhance slow twitch performance. Rehab specialists also use this knowledge to guide recovery, gradually rebuilding athletes' strength and control through targeted, concentric, eccentric, and isometric exercise. Even sports technology draws on these principles. Devices that measure muscle activation, such as electromyography or EMG, help scientists understand when and how muscles contract during movement. And this data informs everything from technique analysis to performance enhancement and injury prevention. In essence, muscular contractions are the foundation of all human movement. Each type, concentric, eccentric, and isometric, plays a unique role in producing force, controlling motion, or maintaining stability. Combined with the diversity of muscle fiber types, they enable the incredible range of actions that our bodies can perform, from the explosive to the endurance, the powerful to the precise. So the next time you watch an athlete exploding off the start line, holding a perfect yoga pose, or controlling a smooth gymnastic landing, remember what's happening beneath the surface. Every movement is the result of finely tuned muscular contraction, different fiber types, different contractions, all working together to create perfect motion. Thanks for watching Simply Sports Science. If you found this helpful, make sure you like the video.